Elijah Schaffer, who I haven't thought about in many a day, actually. I can't even remember the last time he came up on this show. I mean, he definitely went at me. I definitely went at him, but like it's one of those things where it's my heart's not. It wasn't fully in it because it's like it's this weirdo gay nigga. Like, he tried to set me up with his boy Rekieta. He didn't know quite what he was getting into, I don't think. And he lost. His show went up in smoke. He got embarrassed by a female. On top of all this, Sydney Watson put all his business out in the street, made him look like a bitch. On top of me making him look like a bitch. Broadcasting across the street from the studio when they wouldn't let me in on some classic Southern wrestling heel shit. Like there was y'all got smoked. I mean, that's all there is to it. Rekieta taking pictures up in the top window like he takes pictures of his wife getting railed in the back room. Drexel putting it down while Rekieta snaps a shot, just like he snapped a shot there at Mercury Studios, headquarters of the Blaze. So if you call that winning, you have hate in your heart. You have hate in your heart for the Ralph Mail, and obviously, it's clouding your computation skills, your judgment. Something's going on where it's kind of like the Gator stuff we're going to talk about later. Like, look, you know what? You can not like me. You can say I'm a faggot, whatever. What have you? You can have your criticisms, what have you. It's so funny. Somebody put it out earlier. Hating me is one of the easiest grifts there is, period, in the game. Thank you for this.
Aka Hakusho sent $5 Ralph Mail.
I appreciate that. Because you can go and read Faggot Farms, and the same place they were seething at Gator for years, basically, and wanted to find out everything about him, fuck up his life, and put his business out in the street, and make fun of him daily, with truths and falsehoods. It doesn't matter over there, obviously. Now he puts out, I mean, literally, I don't even know if I want to shift. I feel like just, sometimes I grab the wheel and just veer off, because Elijah Schaffer's going to be here, and like I said, my heart's not fully in it. Maybe it'll get there by the end of the show. I almost feel like I need to make an executive decision, because we talked about this a little bit last night. We'll get back to Elijah Schaffer, who bizarrely attacked me out of nowhere today. I mean, I guess it's not totally bizarre. We have beef, but like, what are you doing? Plus, I'm on a hot streak. What are you doing? Why would you fucking poke at me right now? Like, I just don't. It doesn't really make sense to me. But then again, he's a dumb faggot, so it doesn't. I mean, I guess I can't really. And he's really salty. I can't really, you can't account for that. I don't know. Like, I don't. It wasn't really personal for me. I guess, I did put out some fucked up shit about him, but all that was true. Like, somebody told me that. Like, what the fuck? And I put the name out there. Like, that wasn't something I made up. I guess that makes him more mad, so. But, like, I didn't it was no Keno Casino shit. Folklore Americana told me all that shit. And I told it verbatim. Didn't add anything. I mean, it sounded fucking wild because it was. And somebody else told me that. Like, I didn't drop it out of nowhere. Him and Rekieta tried to set me up on the show. So for me, it's like, all right, try to set me up, fuck you. Then I did the thing in the studio, outside the studio, which was hilarious. Such a sad event here. So I was sitting around thinking, I was like, you know what? I think I'm just gonna come up to Blaze Studios, do a little ambush of my own. Then I made a few phone calls, and I thought they were gonna let me in, actually. But apparently the head people in charge here decided they weren't gonna let me in the building. So, oh, here goes Elijah right here, actually. Oh wow. That's cool. There goes Elijah right here. Let's see what he's got to say. Elijah, what's up, brother? How's it going, man? Hey, what's up, man?
Good afternoon.
How you doing? I heard your producer wouldn't let me in, man.
Yep.
What's the deal? They said y'all weren't going to be talking about me tonight. Is that true? Have you ever engaged in homosexual acts with men, Elijah? That's what I was talking about. The gas. Yeah, what's up? Oh, man, sad. Pathetic. Wow. Dude, that's just classic shit. Just take the L and move on, because honestly, these people, I don't really know what they're thinking. They're making me more famous than I've ever been day by day. And it's kind of startling. Like these official podcasts. I mean, I have half a mind to go on that show because I really don't know. Bibble said not to go, but I'm thinking about taking them up on their offer because I don't really see why not. Why not? Go on there. They're all faggots. Like, I mean, there's no doubt what I'm going to look bad to their audience. Who gives a fuck? Like, their audience sucks. Like, and you're going to peel a few of them off just by being on the show. More people are going to see you. I mean, they are going to ambush me. Yeah, that's true. Who said that in the chat? And by ambush, I meant, it's ambush journalism, quote unquote. It's basically just like, it's tabloid tactics. I mean, the UK does that all the time where they show up at somebody's house or they're coming out of the fucking gas station and you're sitting there with a camera. Like local news does that shit. Like that's basically what I did to Elijah Schaffer. I knew they weren't going to let me in. By the way, right up until 5 minutes before I got there, they had changed their mind and told me they were going to let me in. Sydney Watson lobbied for me to get in and said I was going to be let in. And that's not what happened. And 5 minutes before I got there, they said, oh, they changed their mind. They're not going to let you in. Like, she didn't have that authority. She got overruled, basically, by the producer. So, that absolutely happened. Now, I was going there anyway. But before I did, I made a call and was like, and then that person, I won't drag everybody on the street, but that person was like, no, I'll just call Sydney. It's cool. I think you can just get in normally. I was like, okay, that's fine with me. And then then they said, okay, it's good. And I was like, all right, I'm going to go. And so I was on the way, and then about 5 or 10 minutes before I got there, they called me back and was like, nah, they pulled the plug. Like, they're not going to let you in. I guess they were afraid. Elijah was afraid that I was going to drop all that on air in front of his fans. I guess, that's the only thing I can figure. Now, I'd already put that out there. I think that I just completely spooked him by putting that stuff out there because it's all true. I mean, this guy, unless he lied to Folklore, or Folklore just completely made up, which I don't believe that. I really don't believe that because dude's always been honest. So somebody overruled it. I don't know. I really don't understand because it would have been a great show either way. All his people, it's not like they're going to suddenly snap out of their dumbassery. Plus he's going to have people likes him anyway. I don't think it's whatever. You guys picked the fight in the first place. Might as well have it out here on the show. It would have been great ratings for them. They would have got a huge buzz off of it. Are you kidding me? And I didn't give a fuck. I was like, let's go. By that point, I was like, fuck it. I don't care. Let's go. I still don't understand. I just think that was a misplay. But I guess they were just afraid of what I might say or do in the studio. I don't really understand. It was either Elijah Schaffer was afraid or the Blaze staff was afraid of what I was going to go off on. I really don't know to this day because it didn't make sense. They'd already had me booked. I don't know. It seems like Elijah himself pulled it, but whatever.